Hi everybody, it's Siobhan. Welcome to my At Home with Siobhan. And we are going to do today a dish that my family really loves and enjoys. Turmeric chicken. And so today I'm going to show you how to do the sauce and make everything look wonderful. The sides are up to you. I usually do some veggies and some rice. It's really yummy. Let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna have to do when you're making your chicken, I use chicken breasts. So with chicken breasts, you know, they can usually be dry when you cook them. So what I like to do is I like to marinate them with olive oil before I start cooking them. That way they've got all those nice yummy juices and they're less likely to dry on you. So first thing, I have my bowl here, chicken breast that has been marinating. I did marinate it for a little over an hour. Should be super juicy and tender. So when I start cooking it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a pan. It has been getting hot on the stove. And so what we are going to do is place the chicken breast on the stove. We are gonna brown it on each side. And you know, with chicken breast, when you're grilling it that way, they don't brown, they get white. And then you're gonna place it in your pan and you are gonna put it in the oven. Okay, and that's how we are gonna be finishing it off. Let's get to it. So you wanna make sure you have your tongs and your bowl of chicken. I have my pot here and my pan, and I want to make sure that I take the chicken, and sometimes it's folded. You can see I placed it in the pan. You can hear it sizzling. You want to make sure that it browns on each side before you put it in your glass. So I have my chicken here. I don't have anything else in the pan. You can see that's getting a little brown. I do try to like to make sure it's totally at least covered before I go ahead and place it in my pan to let it cook. Now that's definitely not overcooked, but definitely very well brown. And then we're going to place it. Use my little pan there. We're gonna place it in the pan. And so I have my bowl here, sitting in my nice olive oil, my chicken, and then I put chicken. You can see it sizzling. Make sure we'll get that there. And so we're going to, it does not take very long. I'm gonna make sure that nothing is folded. I'm going to make sure that it's good and cooked. Just the way we want. And see, it doesn't take long at all. It literally takes seconds. That one can go for a little longer, but you get the idea. Okay, so while the rest of my chicken is in the pan, I have a large family, so I make a lot of chicken. It's usually about 7 to 8 pieces that I use. So that's well over a pound of chicken breasts. So I have my pan here full of my chicken. And what I do, I still season my meat. I know I'm making a turmeric sauce to go on top, but I season my meat. So to do that, I use garlic powder. I use pepper and seasoning salts. And while it's cooking, I definitely add some bell pepper and green bell pepper and red onion and some, I like garlic. So I also put a clove of garlic in there. That way, that's the wrong thing. Let's see, here's my seasoning salt. That way, you know, I just like that extra flavor. So while we do that, and make sure this is that's cooking, you want to make sure that you season both sides of your meat. I know I shouldn't have to say that, but I like to just to make sure. I want to make sure you guys are doing that. Seasoning both sides of your meat. That way everything gets all that yummy flavor. My oven has been getting hot. It's been on since I started cooking. I have my white rice cooking, and I had made some yummy veggies to go with it. So I heat my oven at 350. So you want to make sure that your oven's at 350 so your chicken has time to cook properly. And when you put it in the oven, make sure it has foil on it. Okay, so I have my bell pepper. I'm gonna sprinkle that in there. And my onion, I don't dice it, I don't do anything. I just put the slices in there because, you know, it gives it all the yummy flavor. And it's not about anything else. So I have my onion and bell pepper, and it's ready to go into the oven. That good old Reynolds wrap, I love it. Make sure, pop that on there. And that's it. And so it's gonna cook. You wanna make sure that you cook it. It's chicken breast, and if your oven's super hot, it should not take that long. But definitely check on your chicken breast, make sure it's well and done. I say about a half an hour, 20 to half an hour, depending on how hot your oven is. But definitely check your chicken to make sure that it's cooked properly. You don't want any salmonella or anything like that. You want to make sure that you guys are well taken care of. Okay guys, so it's time to go ahead and make our sauce. So I have my bowl and I have my ingredients all laid out. So what we're going to need is soy sauce, and I do apologize if you're allergic to anything here. Maybe, you know, try to find something that it could be a substitute for you. So I have a half cup of soy sauce, and we're gonna put that in. I have a half cup of honey. Go ahead and put that in also. And I use raw organic honey, local. I always want to try to get local. That way if you have allergies like me, you know, that'll help with that. Help build up your resistance. So, I love it. It's so yummy. So I'm trying to make sure I get all my honey in there. Okay. Then I have here some chopped garlic cloves. Go ahead and chop 1 to 2, depending on how much you like. And dice it up pretty good. That way it's kind of small because it is going to be on your sauce, in your sauce. So you'll see it. So I have a tablespoon of turmeric, the most important ingredient. However, when you're using turmeric, you want to make sure that you have some black pepper with it because it helps your body absorb it a lot faster and better. So I kind of go a little shy on my measuring, and I go ahead and put that in there. And I also have a let's see, what is this? A 4th tablespoon of cornstarch. And then I apologize, that is a half tablespoon. And I have a half tablespoon of oil. And so you're gonna mix that all up. And just so you know ahead of time, turmeric does stain. It's very, very strong in color. So please, if you don't want, don't use it in a plastic because it will stain. If you have any leftovers, no, if you put it in a plastic container, it will stain your container. So just a little FYI so you know. And then I went ahead and that's it. That's all I have for the sauce. The sauce is done. Before your chicken is totally done, you want to pull it out and make sure, like 5-7 minutes before it's done, make sure you cover your chicken with the sauce. It's gonna be so yummy. And then top it off with some scallions. So I go ahead and I chopped a scallion. So my scallions are here and they're waiting for my delicious chicken. So my chicken is ready to be doused in sauce. It's so yummy, I can't wait. Oh my God, that looks beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my sauce over my chicken. And I do have 2 pots here. Don't worry if you have extra, you're gonna want extra. It's so yummy. It's like you can't get enough sauce. I can't wait, oh my gosh. Don't laugh, guys. I do love my ho-ho gloves here, but you wanna shake it in there, shake it around, and then you're gonna put this back in the oven for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're done. Your chicken is ready, and you've plated your food. I really hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to dig in. So it's so yummy. Very good. And as always, my friends, bon appetit.